Is this on? Did you put this on? Is it working? It's working. It's working. This is day one. My name is Mojax Happy. You may know me in the real world as something completely different, and that's okay. I am a 48-year-old Scotsman working 5 days a week to keep a roof over my head and food in the cupboard to look after my family. I am a father of 4 incredible children, ages 13, 11, 9, and almost 2. I am the husband to one incredible woman. She gave up everything and moved from an entirely different country to come and stay with me, to come and marry me, to come and have a child with me. She must be crazy. My mundane life revolves around getting up, going to work, coming back from work, making dinner, looking after the house, looking after the family, enjoying the company of my friends, enjoying the company of the people I love most in the world. Who wouldn't want that? It's a simple life. It's a very simple life. But that simple life, it was uprooted and turned upside down about 2 years ago. 2 years ago, I had a drip down my throat. I went to the doctors and he said, it's a drip. The medication he gave me didn't work. It didn't work at all. I still had the drip a month later. So I went back again, saw a different doctor, and he was like, not too sure, you have something in your throat. I think we need to get a biopsy of that. And I was like, biopsy? I don't like the sound of that, doctor. On a scale of chemotherapy to antibiotics, what do you honestly think it could be? And he said, chemotherapy. I was like, no way. That is not what you want to hear when you're 40 odd years old with a family of 4, a beautiful wife, and you're the sole provider of income, food and shelter to them. You don't want to hear that you may have cancer. Well, after the biopsy, the results came back in, and yes, I had cancer. I had a stage 4 throat tumour growing down the back of my throat and my tongue. As a result of this, I was potentially going to have morbid surgery or radical treatment. I opted for the radical treatment. That turned out to be chemotherapy, radiotherapy, and this experimental immunotherapy as part of what they call the Javelin trials. And the Javelin trials and the people that were involved with that were unbelievable. The people down at the Western General, incredible. They looked after me. They pushed me in the right direction and made sure that I was prepared in my heart, mind and soul, ready to fight this. I prepared myself by gaining a little bit of weight and eating as many green vegetables as I possibly could to build my immune system. It was like green tea smoothies, everything to boost my immune system. Added extra vitamin C to everything. Everything was there and I was doing it. Put on that weight, started my treatment. Before the treatment, I had to have 7 teeth out. I had to have a tube inserted into my stomach because I was going to lose the ability to swallow. I was also going to lose the ability to taste. This was terrible. I'm a chef by trade. Cooking and flavour and taste is my life, my hobby, my love, my passion. I love to cook. It is my thing. And to have that taken away from you, that was heartbreaking. But in the long term, having no taste and having no life, you can weigh that up. I'd rather be alive. I went through 4 months of treatment of hell. It was awful. Of sleeping on the sofa because I didn't want to disturb the wife, the good lady wife and the baby. I'm getting up 5-6 times a night, being sick, dealing with chemo, dealing with radio, dealing with the immuno, not sleeping, staying awake, having the children worry about me, having my mother worry about me, having my wife worry about my brother, everybody. they were all so good to me. They are so good to me still. And my mum took me to my treatment every single day, 5 days a week. She is some woman. Thank you, Mum. Thank you to my lady wife as well. She looked after me, the kids, the house, everything. And then my children, they were just second to none. Obviously, they were devastated and worried. The word cancer equates to death in their mind, so they thought their dad was dying. So that's why I made sure I was prepared body-wise, soul-wise, mentally-wise to fight this. And I did, with the medical help. I can't do the chemo, the radio, or the special drugs went into me, but I can keep my mind fit. I can be focused on the journey ahead of what was necessary to be done. And I fought it, and I fought it hard. And then I was told I was cancer-free. I still have to wait, the 5 years, but there was no more cancer cells in my body after 4.5 months. I was sent a miracle. I was delighted. I had the tube taken out, and 2 weeks later as well, my taste returned. Everything was going in the right direction. Everything was perfectly great. I went back eventually to the mundane life of getting up 5 days a week to go and work my mundane job, to bring in a mediocre amount of money to keep a roof over our heads and food in the cupboard. It was like that adventure just kind of closed up, and that was it. But it wasn't. My whole perspective had kind of changed. My life, my mindset had changed. I could never go through that again. I could never, ever, ever go through that again. Don't want to go through it again. I don't want to have the insecurity of a mundane job sort of like hanging over my head, where basically if I'm not working doing that, there's nothing here for my children to live off. There's nothing here for my wife. We could lose the cave that we live in. I can't have that. But I have responsibilities. I need to do that just now, and that is absolutely vital. But I can do more. I'm creative. I write stories. I write poems. I stream live on Instagram and YouTube without any great success, I'll be honest with you. I cook, and that's what I stream. I make 1-minute videos to upload to these particular, platforms, so people can see that. That's my creativity. This here, speaking to you just now, is my creativity. And I watched as a really important person in my life grew his own brand, grew his own way of dealing with things, and becoming something of strength, something of focus that he was really, really good at. And he became very inspiring, and I watched him, from the sidelines, and I'm thinking, I can do that too. Tried it, didn't really work for me. Tried it, didn't really work again. And then today, this person, this man in my life said, for God's sake, Mo, will you just realize your potential? Just realize that you can do something else. Watch this video. So I did. I want you to watch it now as well.
To the haters, the doubters, my 7th grade vice principal. To everyone who's ever told anyone with a dream they can't. This video's for you. Keep your head down, follow the rules, do as you're told, play it safe. Wait your turn, ask permission, learn to compromise. This is terrible advice. If I were to write an autobiography, a book about my life, one title that would work would be Do What You Can't, because that idea encapsulates everything I've ever done. Like when I wanted to move to New York City and my dad was like, you can't, you don't have any money. Or when I first said I wanted to make movies and it was, you can't, you didn't go to film school. I want to have a TV show, you can't, Casey, you're not pretty enough. And to go even further, like if I were to characterize what this new generation of content creators and filmmakers, what we all do on YouTube and everywhere else is, we do what we can't.
J'ai 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Oh my You can't be an action movie filmmaker. But you get your parkour friends to dress up like video game characters, jump off some buildings, and you can. Right, Devin?
Yes.
You can't have a talk show, but you have a webcam and you can.
What's up, you beautiful bastards? What?
This is my first YouTube video ever.
Next thing you know, you're interviewing the president.
I heard that you're going to be out of a job soon.
Well, maybe I'll start a YouTube show
That's
or
what
something
I'm
like
thinking.
You don't need gear, you don't need trucks or a crane, you don't need some big expensive camera rig that never works. When you're a creator, you don't need someone in your ear telling you what you can and can't do. I'm racing the subway! What you can and can't say.
I accidentally did the shocker. Oh my god.
They call us gamers, influencers, internet famous.
What the fuck does that mean?
But we know something they don't. You can start a vlog or a makeup channel. Or travel around the world with a gigantic piano playing it in beautiful places for interested people. When you're a creator, all you need is your phone, an internet connection, and a good idea. A story you want to share, something you need to say.
Confidence is within yourself.
And then the rest is history.
76, 77, 78, 79.
If you do it right, you get to quit the day job. Make friends from places you've never been. Meetups, collaborations.
We're just two boys and two video cameras.
A life moving so fast and so full, you won't even have time to process it.
Sur la plage, moment désertique.
So to my fellow creators, I say, keep creating, keep doing the work.
Hey guys! Au galop sur la plage, moment désertique. Au galop sur la plage.
And never forget, you don't have to listen to anyone, because in this new world, no one knows anything.
Hi, haters.
The haters, the doubters are all drinking champagne in the top deck of the Titanic, and we are the fucking iceberg.
81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89. 100, mon écueil, mon cercueil, vive les chevaux.
Do what you can't.
So what does all that mean? What does that video actually mean? That means that you are the master of your own destiny. That it doesn't matter what other people say, what society says, the naysayers, the haters, the people that are just going to make you feel inadequate and, uncompromising for what you want to do. You are stuck in a paradigm where you cannot move forward. That is wrong. You can move forward. That's what I want to do. I feel empowered. I feel very positive and energized with this, with the adventure of cancer, the beauty of my family, the household that I live in. I can do more. I can be responsible. I will get up and go to work 5 days a week, but I need to replace that income with a different way of earning money. And I'm going to do that by putting a book of poems together, first of all, and I'm going to publish it through Amazon. The poems that I wrote my wife, the poems that I wooed my wife with, okay, they are going to be available in 2 or 3 weeks' time maximum. Okay, maybe less than that. I might even finish it tonight. Okay, but the point being is I'm going to do that. I'm going to write my stories. I'm going to do that. I'm going to finish them and publish them. Publishing is not the hand stitching of books with a publisher in a publishing house anymore. I never knew that you could go to Amazon and just upload stuff, sell it for a couple of bucks and, thousands of people could digitally download your stuff. That's insane. What else am I going to do? I'm going to constantly create and enjoy the streaming that I do, interacting with you guys. You guys are the public. You guys are the people that will carry me through this. Okay? If you want, come with me on this journey. This is great. There's so many young people out there that are doing wonderful things on the internet. Why can't a 48-year-old man do it? I'm a Generation Xer. I'm the person that's supposed to complain the most, supposed to have rebelled the most and all the rest of it. But I don't really care. Maybe this is the Generation X coming out of me now. I don't really care. I just want to enjoy it all, to enjoy my life with it all, and make sure that I can do it all and have more time with the people that I love more. That's the most important thing. Why can't I create stuff here in the environment of my own home instead of having to get up and go to work? It's the dream. It is the dream. And we're going to do this. We're going to try this. Writing poems, writing stories, streaming poems, talking to you guys. I want you to come with me. Just Come along for the ride. Let's see where it goes. Let's enjoy it. Let's do it. I am the iceberg.